content over everything.
Bring your black. Come here, guys.
He's here.
No, him. No, not him. At least this brother has a bit of decorum. This Sunni Savage, whatever the hell he is.
Everyone is being labelled.
Come on.
You mean him?
You
You mean him?
He's not a Sunni.
You are pointing him.
He's been affected by the Sunni Savage.
I don't want too many people to mock me from my autograph. Do you know what I mean?
But it ain't happening when you oppose the East of the great intellectual black here, bro. That's not happening.
I'm not answering. I'm not answering.
Why they hounding you, bro?
So can you respond to what he said?
Please, can you not keep quiet, please? Can all the Sunni Savage monkey bees keep quiet, please?
Hey, yo, relax, bro. Don't say that, man.
Why not?
If you're gonna have an argument, be civil, man. Be civil. You don't have to call names. Sunni Savage Beast. That's the name that you're calling me.
Just not
relax,
you,
bro.
Are they not
I'm a Sunni, right? I'm a Sunni.
No. Not all Sunnis are Sunni Savages. Do you understand?
Bro, you're saying Sunni Savage Beast. I'm a Sunni, so you're not a beast.
How?
Relax,
How?
Relax, man.
So my prejudice is
Call us Sunnis. Call us Sunnis, not Sunni Savage Beast. What do you represent? What do you represent?
Islam of the Quran.
Islam of the Quran?
Islam of the Quran.
Are you Islam? Are you Muslim? Are you Muslim?
What Islam of the Quran?
Well, you're deluded, man.
How's it living in the shaitan?
You've been in the fucking mental asylum or something. You're not alright, bro.
Who?
Show me your face, bro.
Which one? Which one? Who, this one? Who that monkey? Get out of here, man. You crazy? You don't see how we stick up for the bloody enemy all the time opposing black empowerment?
Good, but he's calling me a name, so I'm calling him a name.
I didn't call you anything.
Sunni Savage Beast.
I'm saying that people need to understand something. There are Sunnis, yeah? And when they act in a certain way, then those individuals I call Sunni Savage Beast. Like if you follow
Say that then.
I was talking to them, not you. I didn't call your name. Alright, anyway. Yes.
You do understand that the European is worse.
Then what? The Sunni Savage monkey?
No, definitely.
Tell me, hold on, just answer this question. Simple. Name for me how many.
I don't know.
What the hell is going on here? Name for me how many in the last 10 years white people have gone in the street or wherever and filmed themselves cutting off people's heads and kicking their heads around the
No,
football.
I do even better than that. They've gone to other countries
And bombed and so on.
and blown hundreds of thousands of people to pieces. So you can't compare the number. You know, the Christian European are the most dangerous type of human being that you can come across. So they've got very sophisticated weapons. They've got very
general public support this, right? Do the general white populace in the UK support what you're saying?
Oh, yes, they did. Yes.
So when they marched against the war in Iraq,
No. I'm sorry.
Stop. Just answer the question. When the population marched, white people marched against the war in Iraq.
Do you know how many people there are in this country?
Wait, brother. This is what I'm saying. A lot of people do not come out and march. You understand? I don't come out and march. That don't mean I'm for it. But my point is, they did flood the streets. They did give their arguments.
Sorry. I was one of those. Yeah, of course.
Okay. But demonstrate on the ground, bro. Demonstrate on the ground. Talk about wars and things.
That's not.
That's not military.
It's terrorism.
Brother, wait, brother. That's the government.
No, it's terrorism. And
Is it the government?
and they're supported by the
Is
majority
it the
of people.
government?
Yes, it is. Of course.
Right, hold on. Now, hold on, wait. Simple question now. Can the general masses of white people jump in one of these fighter jets and all take it over there and start bombing people? Or do you have to be trained in the army and then you're given commands by those who are higher officials? Is that the case or not?
Obviously, you have to be trained.
Thank you. So I'm not talking about what the government tells them to do, i.e. there's governments in various countries and so on, Muslim countries, etc. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about on the ground in Britain. Remember I said British white people. I didn't say American white people. Because what I know of American white people, there's something wrong with it. But I'm talking about British, my experience in Britain with white people here. And the Sunni Savage piece here. Right?
The majority, listen, I don't know how often you get out of London, but you mustn't get
I don't live in London. I used to live in London.
Okay.
And I've travelled a lot. I travel a lot by nature.
Exactly. So you must understand that the majority of people in this country, they do support the actions of the government. You have to accept it. Now, listen, you have to. This is not a quid pro quo.
Can you give me some evidence of this? Because you're saying this.
Please. You know, the evidence is that one of the biggest pieces of evidence is that even though Tony Blair committed the crimes that he committed in 2003, he was comprehensively voted back in massively with a big majority in 2005.
Bush has
Based upon that's America. I'm talking about Britain. Based upon what?
Based upon his competence and his culpability as a leader.
Because
Now,
what if he said?
listen.
They made that excuse.
He wasn't brought to book. Neither was Bush.
No, forget Bush. You're talking about England. Oh, brother, they're going to fight again. That's what you mean.
Who's fighting?
Sunni Savage beats against someone else. But anyway, what I'm trying to get at is your personal experience, brother. I'm not going to burn you. What I'm saying, your experience. I'm saying to you, when I've come here, there's never ever been
hands
a
down.
white person in Speaker's Corner.
That's a very narrow.
That's why I'm giving you more examples. For instance, the culture that I've experienced of Pakistani Sunnis. When they're on the street with their pushchairs and their kids, they be walking as though you don't exist, you have to walk on the road. And not just me, many people have experienced these things. For instance, when Pakistani Sunnis don't price their products until black people are higher priced than other people. There's loads of different examples I could give. I'm really tired right now.
We know about that interracial sort of prejudice.
Who's more racist? The Pakistani Sunnis and the mulatto Arab Sunnis or white people in this country?
I would say the Arabs and the Pakistanis are more racist.
Sunnis, right.
Yeah.
And I'm saying to you,
But
hold on, who's been selling people in slaves? Who's had a slave market, an open slave market in the last 10
Arabs.
years? Thank you very much. Are they Sunnis? They're Sunni Savage Monkey. Right. That's it.
No.
That's it, bro.
But
Sunni Savage Monkey.
No.
They have one in the UK. And these are general. This is the general populace. No, you know what I'm saying?
We have to look
say this bit.
at. Listen, no, you've been going on for a while. Let me say something.
Go ahead.
We have to look at this holistically. Clearly, you know.
I'm talking about England.
I'm talking. You can talk about England.
That's all I'm talking
It
about.
won't change the dynamics.
Okay, go on.
The fact is that the European Western white Christian are the most dangerous people on the planet. And you can't. No, you can't.
If I'm talking about.
You can't.
Let me ask you this. Is the culture of Poland, white Poland, the same as Britain?
Very similar. Very similar.
Very similar.
In
Romania.
Yes, very similar. In terms of the historical heritage. And their religious
Now, today, I'm asking you a simple question about now today.
You've got to let me speak. I'm not going to let you filibuster. You've got to let me speak. Okay. No. But you've got to let me speak. So, it's for me. I judge it by the acts of the people over decades and generations.
Okay.
And clearly...
Go away, please. Go away, we do it in a Don't get involved.
Listen. And clearly, we have to... Listen. We have to look at the harm, the pain and the suffering caused globally by certain sections of humanity, and clearly that's
why
the
are
first.
you telling me? You know I'm down with that.
All right, okay. But I know that you want to talk about a sort of a more intercultural.
I'm trying to. All right, if you want to expand it, say something.
Right.
I'm talking about Britain. But if you want to expand it,
I'm talking about Britain. I'm talking about Britain. Oh, okay. Well, let's talk about Britain. Let's talk about Britain. Let's talk about.
We have a history. Look, let me just say this bit, and then please respond. Yeah? So I'm saying Britain has a history.
Yes.
Right? In relation to us in particular,
yes.
I would say that is a very vicious history. However, I would say that Afro-Caribbean, when they got here, up until now, have put in the most effort for all these others to come in of our suffering and don't respect us. You understand? They want to look down on us and trample on us. When them coming here and feeling comfortable, it's because of our suffering. You understand? So my point is...
I think we're talking... you said you weren't going to burn me, you almost burned me.
Never mind.
Anyway, listen.
The Jinn must have moved your hand into the way. The Jinn moved your hand into the way. It means you need to burn it. No, the gin. Go on. Anyone who opposed me has gin, bro. You can't oppose me. I mean, this is savage gin. I was going to No, go.
So wait. So I think we're talking at cross purposes here, because I'm looking at this from a sort of global cultural perspective, from and religious perspective, from the harm, from the harm and the pain and the suffering that Britain and Europeans in general are causing right now.
Okay.
You know, it's not
I agree with you there.
It's not planes from the Middle East or North Africa or any other part of Africa that are flying over Europe, bombing the population. That's not what's happening.
Bombing Yemen, sorry.
Right. Well, Saudi Arabia. Okay. And who's holding their hands? Who's giving them the coordinates? Who's giving them the weapons? America and Britain. They're holding their hands.
I'm talking about the general population. So, for instance, the person you'd meet in Sainsbury's, like the lady that came up here. I'm talking about them. I'm not talking about the government.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
It's they make up. They make up the constituency that make up the people that put the governments in power. So
Listen. In the last election,
I understand that. I understand that.
You're
Yes.
saying they make up this and that and voting these people.
Yes.
Look at when this Theresa May, the guy, what's his name? Cameron?
Jeremy Corbyn.
No, Cameron.
Before
the lady.
Oh yeah, Cameron.
So Cameron.
Yes.
I'm saying when you look at
He's a prime example of a Christian terrorist devil.
That's what I'm saying. Look at them.
Yeah.
What they had to work with when it came to voting. And you are an intelligent brother, so please stop pretending that you don't know how they cause different things in the media. They put out different things so that the masses will end up voting who they want to vote.
Well,
you know
listen,
that.
Clearly, the media,
Yes?
clearly, the media is one of their tools that they use to manipulate
So,
the population.
thank you.
No, but I understand that. But
Right, so when you just pretend like,
no.
I'm saying who they have to choose from?
No.
The Green Party,
No.
Labour Party, this, that.
No.
Black Panther Party?
There's no excuses because we've all got the opportunity to get educated, and we've all got access. Yes, we've all got access to information.
9 to 5?
We've all got access to information.
Okay, what age is vote? What's the age range of voting?
Well, obviously the majority is from 25 to
Right.
60.
So,
But the point is, you can lambast, the Sunni Muslim, and you're absolutely right because you know how I feel about
Sunni
Islam.
savage beast.
You know how I feel about Islam anyway.
Because you don't know.
But
right.
no. Well,
That's good.
and
We can do that another time.
Isa, but you do know that I know about Islam.
Brother,
But
the amount of times I gave you a good cut backside, I cut
No,
your tail.
never.
I pulled that belt out.
You know,
like my dad used to do to me.
you know that I've had to put you right in a few.
You bounce your backside up.
You know that I've had to
That's
correct
right,
you.
I understand.
You know that I've had to correct you several
That's why I
times.
was burning the incense, so that you didn't imagine it hallucinate. But now I run out the incense.
Listen.
Anyway, let's get back to
Listen
it.
to me.
Go ahead.
Right.
Come on, man.
But
talk about the population. That's what I'm talking about.
No, I am talking about.
I'm talking about your experience.
I'm
In
talking
other words,
about-
for instance, when I was little...
No, but you're talking about we're talking about cross purposes. Here.
But that's my subject.
I'm talking about
If you're changing the subject, then tell me you're changing the
Well, I'm
subject.
talking about the global harm
Yes, I agree, that's history.
that the Zionist Christian terrorist Europeans cause around the world.
What's that got to do with the British Republic that I'm talking
Everything because they are because the majority are Zionist sympathizers and Christians.
about?
So it's got everything to do.
Why are they Zionist sympathizers? If they are.
Well, because they believe in the sanctity and veracity and the validity of
Is that to do
the
with media or
abomination
not?
of Israel. They believe in
Is
that.
that to do with media or not?
Well, it's to do with the cultural.
Thank you.
No. Partly, but it's to do with the cultural history
All right, let me ask you a question.
of
If
the
you
connection
walked
with that
in-
region.
If you walked into Sainsbury's and a white guy started calling you the N-word, do you agree white people would probably bust his head? Be honest.
I would definitely.
All right. What my point is, when I grew up, when I was little, I remember white guys used to shout, "You black
Can I get involved?
Oh, no, wait, please.
Allow me, please.
Oh, no, wait, please.
Allow me, please.
Let him say
This is right,
something.
watch.
Don't be
I'm going to bring like 10 sticks of incense.
You know what he
Let him
said?
say- let him say
Please
something.
allow me, brother. You know me, I love you. The man over there, he told you one thing very beautiful. He says the dog, listen, the dog, no, I don't want to.
The dog what?
The dog bark the other dog. Those people from East, they've been inclusive with these people too.
Brother,
Don't try to tell these people
I said the
they was
population.
creating the racism.
Brother, why?
told
Right,
you
stop.
from East people,
I'm saying
they're
if you're
involved
talking
in
about the
this.
general politics, I'm talking about an ideology that tells the Sunni savage monkey that he is superior. Listen. That he is superior. Listen, no, I'm telling you because I've experienced it and I was a Sunni savage monkey myself, so I understand how they think, bro. I'm saying to you, all right, no, stop. Let me give you an example, yeah? When them Sunnis, ISIS, started cutting off Shia's heads, yeah? On Facebook, do you know how many black Salafis and these Sunnis were saying, yeah, do you know what the Syrian government have been doing to Sunnis? I'm like, hold on a minute, I'm just telling you what, I'm telling you what they were saying, yeah? People I am aware of, like they know people I know, yeah? And I'm saying to you, I don't care if I saw Shias doing that, I don't give a damn whether you do it to Sunni, Shia, whoever. Why would you praise that, even if the government was doing that? Do you know what I mean? If the government was doing that to Shias, why would you get the innocent Sunnis and start cutting their heads off? Do you see, bruv, what I'm saying to you is they changed their bloody speech when the ISIS started doing it to Sunnis. Then ISIS became the enemies of everybody. Do you see my point? I'm saying look at that mentality. So if ISIS continue to only do it to Christians, to Shia, and to non-Muslims, no. I'm saying if they didn't do it to Sunnis, these evil devils would still be supporting them. And they would be slaving your backside. Who's selling black people in Libya? Sunni savage monkeys. And are you still talking about these? Wait, name me a white person around here that's going to say, yeah, let's sell black people in Libya. But these damn monkeys over here don't mind them.
Can I just say, let me say.
Please go ahead. Yeah, you're right. Stick to the topic.
The Christian Zionist terrorist is far more insidious.
Yes.
Far more sinister.
Hides behind something.
Well, listen, they've got a financial system that has effectively enslaved the developing world, or the world.
But this is government again. You keep talking about government. If I'm discussing,
I'm sorry.
Well, go ahead.
We've got to talk
Tell
about.
me how the general populace is part of this thing. Tell me how the general everyday white man and woman is part of this damn thing. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear how Jane, Sarah, Bob and Steve are all part of this.
Lisa, can you stop and let me finish this sentence? Because I've let you express.
But you're not talking. You're not referring to what I'm speaking about. That's my point. So it looks like a red herring. That's my point. Not on purpose. I'm just saying you want to get across a point, and most of it I agree with what you're saying in regards to politics and history. But I'm saying if you're not addressing what comes out my mouth, then it's like I have to repeat myself.
My point is, this is my point.
Okay.
That you've made some great points, and they're
irrefutable. Irrefutable. Thank you.
Well, absolutely.
Yes,
and
thank you.
for me, that begs another question about you. I mean, why you're signed up to Islam?
I'm not a Sunni savage monkey. Come on now.
Why you're signed up to Islam at all?
It's not Islam.
It's bewildering. But
I'm not bewildering you with the Quran when you're ready. If you want to have a proper debate with me, he said that you could great intellectual about Shia. But in regards to the supreme wisdom of the Quran, bro,
being a Shia won't help you. Being a Shia in Islam won't help you.
Brother,
it's all the same.
Okay, so remember he said this on camera that he thinks he can refute each of the great intellectual black Shia in regards to the supreme wisdom of the Quran. So inshallah we're going to have that debate in the future.
I'm sorry.
And I'm saying from now, I've refuted him already.
My reference point is always going to be the Quran. You can't escape.
That's what. Oh, escape.
And the actions of Muhammad. So, but we're not going to go there for now.
Yes,
my point is, Judaism and Christianity in a kind of in a sinister kind of underhanded way are worse in lots of respect, because the actions of Christians are far more harmful, painful and destructive.
Can you give me an example, please? In relation to the psychology of the religion. Because I can demonstrate how the Sunni monkey religion itself produces the Sunni monkey savage beast and his behaviour. Do you understand the difference? Like for instance, if you go and cuss a Christian, they say I'm gonna pray for you, or something like that. If you go and cuss a Sunni savage, you want to chop your bloody head off or blow you up. You understand?
Listen.
Man, go get rid of that damn belly and stop flipping hassling me, man.
No, man, I'm going to criticise you with the belly.
Listen.
Go roll on the floor, man.
We have to.
Roll all over your
It's far more insidious. far more sinister and insidious.
Explain how. Even if I agree with you,
because Christians will deliver they will deliver a kind of
please.
I
want the brothers.
they will deliver a kind of on the surface a kind of peaceful platitude.
Have you got any examples?
Love thy neighbour.
No, people, bro. Where? Show me what you're talking about.
Well, I mean, Christians in general.
Well, give me an example. Give me a church, something. I can demonstrate to you Sunni Savage Monkey Bees all over the goddamn, all over YouTube. I can demonstrate it with videos. Show me how the Christians you're talking about like this.
I'm talking in general terms now.
Well, show me with evidence, not general, nothing.
I'm talking in general terms now.
You're talking without evidence. That's what you're talking.
No, I'm not talking about evidence.
Well, bring evidence, bro. I don't want to undermine what you're saying. All I'm saying is, if I make a claim that the Sunni Savage Monkey Beast creature is the most dangerous thing on the planet so long as it practices vicious religion.
No way.
Wait. No, if I'm saying, let me finish.
No way.
Brother, wait. Let me finish.
No, I'm not going to let you finish because you babble on for too long.
Brother, I'm saying to you, show me in Christianity it's the same. Show me in Christianity it's the same. Today.
As despot as despot as Islam is, they're not worse than Christians. I'm sorry.
Right, so show me.
They're not.
Show me.
Right? We can look at the death and destruction that they caused to the Jews in Europe in 1940.
In what year?
In 1940. Right? Where
I'm talking
Christians.
about 2018.
No.
You want to take me back to 1940?
No. I'm going to come.
Why do you take me back to goddamn ancient Egypt?
No.
Wait, why do you take me back to?
I'm going to talk about.
I'm talking about today.
I'm talking
and you keep
about
going everywhere else.
I'm talking
You're a
about.
secret Sunni, bro. You're a secret Sunni Savage beast. You contracted it. No, you're doing taqiyya. I don't trust you, bro. You're doing taqiyya. I don't trust you.
I'm talking about
something specific.
I'm talking
today's time. Talk about today, not 1940s.
I'm talking
1940s, bro. No, seriously, I actually want to engage with you, but I just want you to give me today's example.
You're not going to filibuster.
Brother, today, give me some Christians today.
I'm talking about the likes of Barack Obama. I'm talking about the likes of Donald Trump.
Okay.
I'm talking about the likes of Theresa May.
Brilliant.
I'm talking about the likes
of...
the
KKK supported them, yeah?
I'm talking about the likes of David Cameron.
Okay,
I'm talking about the likes... I'm talking about the likes of...
the KKK Christians supported
Sarkozy, Christian crusaders, right? Christian murderous crusaders. They don't just blow up people, 50 people here and 50 people there. These people kill on an industrial level.
You're not going to respond what I'm saying.
They kill on an industrial level.
You're not going to respond to what I'm saying. I'm saying right now, I can show you how general everyday Sunni savages behave a certain way.
I'm sorry.
Show me how people come out of church and start licking off people's heads. These don't say Allahu Akbar, Assalamu alaikum. I'm blowing you the hell up.
You could add up all the terrorist. You could add up all the terrorist atrocities committed by lunatic Islamic Wahhabis, right?
You want to keep going in history?
No, hold on.
Who started enslaving black people in mass?
Listen.
Goddamn Sunni crackheads up in blood, enslaving people in Kufa, Baghdad. Oh, you want to come back to the... Yeah, let's try and stay in today.
I'm talking about...
Because the Sunni Savage jinn carrying your brain all over the goddamn.
You could add up all the Islamic atrocities committed in America.
Put it on one side of the scale,
and Europe.
In history.
Right?
Yeah.
Can you let me finish or what?
If you can speak with sense and make sense.
Can you let me finish or what? Because
all right, just talk, go on.
Because you're babbling and waffling. It's not going to change.
I'm trying to keep you in one place.
It's not going to change the dynamics.
The nature of the jinn is to drag your... It's like having a mosquito in your brain. It's going...
And man... Anyway, listen.
What the hell's going on?
You could add up all the terrorist. Let's add up all the terrorist atrocities that have happened in the last 5 years on the streets of Europe.
I agree with you. You can't compare that to what they're doing. I agree 100%.
Okay,
They're
okay.
killing of masses of innocent
On,
Iraqis.
on an industrial
100.
on an industrial level.
But that's not the general masses of white Britain. What's wrong with your damn head?
Listen.
What the frick is wrong with you, bruv?
So are you
I'm saying people don't come out of damn church singing about Jesus and they want to blow people up. But Sunni Savage Monkeys does. That's the difference.
Hold on.
So what would happen if Sunnis had a nuclear bomb? Tell me what the friggin' was. They'd blow the goddamn earth up. I would like to respond, but obviously you're not gonna let me.
So you're going to hold all the Sunnis, right, that believe in that particular part of Islam.
No.
You're going to hold them to account.
Hold on.
You're going to hold them to account.
Wait. You've heard me speak on so-called white supremacy, right? You know my position on that. What I'm saying to you is, when it comes to the clear-cut anti-black preaching, where they use the N-word and they want to exterminate KKK neo-Nazis, there are white people that are against them, yes? And I'm saying to you, when it comes to the Sunni Savage Monkey Beast religion, this thing hides under Islam, under the banner of Islam and behind the Quran. But it's not, it's a damn savage ideology.
Right.
If you the religion, the Sunni religion.
You're not making any sense because it's the same religion. It's the same religion as Shia.
You can debate that if you want. The Sunnis and us, we both agree it's not the same. So you said,
it is
that's to you, that's fine.
You reference the same book, it's the same religion. So you just make
reference the same book, so it's the same religion. We reference the same book, so it's the same religion.
If we're talking about harm,
yeah, go ahead.
If we're talking about harm, then clearly that
I'm just going to agree with you for now. That's fine. I'll disagree.
No, but it's a bit serious. Clearly, the most harm is caused by Christians. But there's no doubt about that.
So you're telling me the people that get on these jet planes and bomb the hell out of innocent...
They are supported by the majority of their population.
Are you saying these people are doing it in the name of Jesus? They're saying, yeehaw, hail Jesus, before they send off a missile?
Well,
yes or no? Just yes or no? Is it in the name of Jesus that
they're doing it in the name of their Christian foundations, yes.
So it's nothing to do with actual consciousness in their mind, thinking, I'm doing this to forward Christianity and Jesus' religion.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
So they would like to...
Ultimately, they want to make
one
sure...
soldier that says this? One soldier. I need examples,
Ultimately, it's the European Christian ethics that they want to reign supreme. And Donald Trump is the express...
Right. I agree with the things you're saying like that.
Right.
What you're saying, let's see if I understand what you're saying.
Right.
You're saying the basis of the country is like a Euro-Christian perspective.
Yes, that's right.
And based upon that white supremacy Euro-Christian perspective,
yes,
they now can go and bomb places and...
with impunity.
Right, and the general white populace will not go up to 10 Downing Street and kick the door down and say, what the hell are you doing? Right. I understand what you're saying.
Yes.
But I want to just deal with the conversation I was having, which is simply this. When somebody goes to church and they sing about Jesus and all this stuff, because I used to go to church, right? Never once did I come out of church thinking, I want to blow myself up and a bunch of kids and other people. But these monkeys might think that while praying. Do you understand my point?
But let me tell you something about Christianity. They have the same concept because they even though they're smiling and they're saying, we want to save you, and in the end they say the same thing. They say, if you don't accept our magic God man, you're going to burn in hell.
Right,
we're going to fry you.
Not we, God is. Right.
Our God's going to burn you in hell.
It's not the same.
Our God's going to burn
the same.
Our God's going to burn you in hell.
These lot want to do it to you. The Christians said they're going to leave it to God. Very different thing. Very different thing. And this is my point, where you've misunderstood throughout the whole thing. The point I'm making is, the Christian, for instance, is taught to turn the other cheek. Most black Christians don't. No, I agree. Most black Christians have never bought into that. And most white Christians, let me finish, generally do not buy into that anyway. But I know black Christians never took that sentence serious. But anyway, right? What my point is, in general, I'm saying, if you don't accept their religion, they'll say, I'll pray for you. Yes? The Sunni Savage, wait till the day of judgment, I'm going to chop your head off. I'm telling you what I've experienced. Or you're going to go to Jahannam. I'm telling you, bro. The things that the people that when I was a Salafi giving out leaflets, the arguments, the things they used to say to people. Wait till the day of judgment, and I chop off your head. Do you see what? And the thing is, you know this already, but you're taking it to politics and everything else.
No.
Right, go on.
You and I know that the vast majority of Muslim people that call themselves Muslim, they're not really
that intelligent. I know.
No.
Go on.
They don't. The vast majority of them are kind of.
Oh, you mean non-practicing?
No, they haven't got a clue. Most people that call themselves Muslim don't really have a clue about
But the problem
what Islam
is,
right?
But the problem is, they will support the Sunni Savage that is. That's the problem. They will say he's a Sunni, I'm a Sunni.
What they will
support
him.
Yes, they bloody do.
What they will support, and this is what I found, and this is why it has to come back to politics.
Go on then.
Because
please.
Because what they will support, right, is the retaliation of the freedom fighters within that region to take some sort of action against the imperialists and colonialists, right, that are in their countries, in their land, propping up dictators, propping up despots, killing people on an industrial scale, right, and so they will harness.
Is their methodology
They
correct?
will harness what they can.
Is their methodology
They will
of
harness what they
reaction
can to try and respond
In England.
to the imperialism, Western imperialism.
Hold on, in England,
Right?
Sorry? No, it didn't. But he did. Who is it? No, they didn't. They stopped it for a specific reason. They're saying we got a bigger problem. Let's deal with them and let's unite. That's what that. Anyway, as I was saying, in relation to what you're saying, I'm not talking about the fact of reaction to atrocities done. I'm saying the type of reaction. So, for instance, if the Sunni monkey said, if it was, for instance, myself, I wouldn't suggest go and blow yourself up. I'd say, brother, you know what you do? You go around. Hold on. You generally go around the population and you say, excuse me, here's some more information about the atrocities going on.
Exactly.
I wouldn't bloody blow people up. You've made it worse. Do you see what I'm saying to you? But the Sunni Savage wants to kill. That's the nature of the Sunni Savage beast, bro.
Issa. When these countries are flying around the Middle East, I mean, now it's the Middle East. I mean, they did it in Southeast Asia, killing millions of people there. They went to South America, butchering their way across.
How many do we not even hear on the news, brother? How much do we not even hear on the news?
Hold on. When you're faced with a situation where these countries are annihilating people that you know, let's set their religion to one side for a second, right? There are millions of people all across Europe from the Middle, that have Middle Eastern heritage or North African heritage or African heritage or East African heritage. Millions of them strewn across Europe. Now, those people have cultural and family ties and connections with those regions. Right? They all know somebody back in those, because that's
if you didn't,
right. So
if you didn't, it's like your Muslim brothers.
And
sisters.
So
I understand.
So put the religion to one side for a second. You've got imperialists and colonialists from
Europe. They want your natural resources. They want to control your country.
Exactly.
I agree with you.
And they're propping up
willing
despots,
to kill whoever. Brother, they've been doing that for time.
And they're butchering. It's not like okay, right? These Sunni extremists, right? I wouldn't even call them extremists. I'd call them literalists. But they're blowing up people. 50 people died. Right? That's terrible, and it is terrible. Right? But these Europeans, they're flying there with their sophisticated drones and planes, and they're killing people with impunity on a mass scale and getting away with it.
Here's my point.
They're getting away with it.
They're getting away with it. When they blow up 50 people, has it helped their cause?
How do you expect? How do you expect the people with the cultural ties? All over Europe,
hold on.
Right? Finding that their relatives, their friends, their communities have been destroyed.
How many? Do you know most of the people that do the terrorist act? It's not actually their family that get bombed. Do you know that? The majority of people that actually do the terrorist act are not. It's not their family.
Listen to me.
Do you understand?
Listen.
I'm making the point where he's saying the family.
No. I'm
making the point.
Okay, Issa. I accept that. I completely accept that. The point is, there's.
What do you suggest is the solution?
There's a cultural.
It's caused more problems. That's my point.
The solution. The solution is for Christian crusading Zionists to stop going around the world killing people.
So what should the Sunni do?
Killing people on an industrial scale. Right. Because they're giving this Sunni.
What should they do? Because you don't agree with blowing up innocent people.
No,
right?
I don't.
Right, so
agree with
what
blowing
should
up
they do is
innocent
what I'm asking you. What should they do?
Well,
I've already explained that.
well, they should go on a mass campaign of education.
That's what I said. So you're using my explanation as a solution to the problem.
No, I agreed with you.
No.
But
if I didn't say it, what would you have said?
No, but I agree. I've
You would
said that
have
in
been
the past.
stuck. In the past where? No, don't lie. You took my solution to the problem.
Listen.
Remixed it and put it back out your damn mouth in another manner. No. Come again.
Answer me a question. Why are you covering your face?
Because I don't want to be taken in by the social media hype. You understand? I don't want to sit behind the camera every 2 minutes responding.
You want to say whatever you want and no questions happen.
Here's my face. You want to see my face? Yeah, people know.
It's okay, Isa, don't worry. Isa, focus. Isa,
I know you.
Isa, focus, don't worry.
Brother, been coming for years. People before cameras came in, bro. You know, bare people know me, bro. Before the cameras came in, I'm not really a social media person. Like, you know what I mean? I think it's weird. Movie stars and stuff. No, seriously, you feel.
So the foundation.
You look at the Sunnis arguing with each other. This one says something, he makes a bloody video to complain about him. No, just phone the man and talk, innit? No, I have to make a video to talk. Bloody jokers.
Not all Sunnis that terrorists.
I didn't say that, bruv. I'm saying the ideology nurtures. No, I'm saying the ideology
Why you take
nurtures.
picture of me? I didn't ask you to take picture of me.
No, brother, please. You're supposed to be a Sufi.
like
You
that.
see? That's the Sunni.
I don't like that.
You're not Sufi.
Ask my permission, you can take
You're a Sunni,
picture.
brother.
They're all of them
You're supposed to be
spy.
Sufi.
I don't like that.
You're spy.
Yeah, majority. Why are you taking pictures?
I thought he's a peaceful Sufi.
I don't like it.
Oh, you're
Yeah, sorry. Right, where were we?
Listen.
Isa, not all Sunnah the terrorists.
No, because I agree with majority what you're saying, but it kind of like doesn't address exactly what I'm saying. That's what I
No,
think.
but Issa, when you say that, you're suffering from a cognitive dissonance.
In what then? Tell me.
Because it's all Islam.
What's all Islam? I said the British white public. How's all Islam?
No. I'm talking about. You keep on trying to differentiate.
Oh, you mean Sunni and Shia?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're saying Sunni and Shia are both the same? That's what you're saying.
Listen.
Are you saying Sunni and Shia are the same religion?
Well,
Yes or
essentially
no?
yes.
No. It's a yes or no.
Essentially yes.
Okay.
Of course,
So why do both Sunnis and Shia say, of all of us, we're saying each other's is not the same religion?
Listen.
This is yours.
Yes. There's witnesses.
God bless you.
Thank you, brother. Yes, brother. Yes. All right.
Essentially.
You see that? He's a Sunni. He's a Sunni, and I lent him my battery pack charger. He bring it back bloody empty, and I don't hate him. He's my brother, and I love him. I'm not complaining. I'm just making a point. I don't hate all Sunnis. I lent him a battery pack. I got no damn charge left, and he's a Sunni brother. I'm a loving person, a caring person, goddammit. So long as you don't behave, as Sunni savage monkey beast to me, I'm your brother in Islam. Simple as that.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
He's talking about terrorists.
No, I like what he's saying, but I just want us to be on the same page. So we can...
I know, but
Why do you not have to talk it? So I don't mean to be rude, but please.
Talking about terrorists.
Can you please? I don't doubt Christian. You're Christian, isn't it? Yeah. So, see what Sunni Jin does to Christians?
no. But my point is,
No, please carry your point is
that Christians
Come on,
are.
don't be rude. Come on, get the hell out.
We're listening to the conversation.
We keep talking over it. Come on. No, I want to hear. I like this. What it is, this brother's highly intelligent.
Yeah, 100%.
Actually, let's get that second one.
I just wanted to be.
Just one thing. Let's just give us one.
What the point that you was basically making, you're just saying that what's happening with the Western doing in the Middle East, you're saying that the way that certain Muslims are responding is not the right way to respond. I feel like there should be a different way to respond to basically foreign policy.
I'm basically saying, number one, it's proven to have not solved the problem in any way, nor have benefited them, and has made it much
I
worse.
brought up the point of violence, right?
Yes.
When they were doing acts of violence, which helped their cause. You said he didn't. You said no, they just stopped.
No, I'm saying they
They
continue to do it.
they got an independent public of Ireland, not
Only
through
back in the
peace
day.
talks, not through peace talks, through acts of violence.
Here's the thing. Do you agree Ireland is kind of half owned by Britain
It's still half owned.
and half independent?
You know about Northern Ireland and Republic
And I'm saying it's the same landmass, isn't it? No, we're coming
So
to
they
similar.
come to
I'm saying it's like the same landmass, isn't it?
Are you talking about?
Right, hold on. I'm saying like we can just go to Wales, can't we? Can someone go from North Ireland to the South Ireland?
Yeah.
Right. So I'm saying it's extremely different when you can go catch a plane, bomb somebody, and it's come back over here. Do you see the difference? I'm saying Ireland, the Northern Ireland, Southern Ireland.
The bombs are happening in England.
No, I know. What I'm saying
They
is,
had to build to England.
right, so I'm saying those people, the place, what is it, Southern Ireland is British or Northern Ireland?
Northern Ireland.
Southern Ireland is Irish. It's the Republic of
So it's
Ireland.
Northern Ireland.
And technically, Northern Ireland is supposed to be in a power sharing thing. Now,
Hold on, we just want to seal this off and then we come back to you. So what I'm saying to you is, it's a bit sketchy because they're connected. A part of Britain is on the same landmass as the other side. I know they're bombing over here, and not just that, I'm going to say they're both Europeans. Do you know what I mean? So the discussion of that is more deeper. There's so much more detail. They're Christians, they're Europeans. The benefits of, because I'm saying over here, you've got a lot of Irish here. When I grew up, they used to make jokes all the time, English, Irish, and Scottish. Those jokes are not so common anymore. There's more, right, and what I'm saying is not the same. Because those in the Middle East, there's a clear line. Islam, whether Sunni or Shia, and the West. I'm saying the psychology they've used.
No, for them, there's a clear line. Catholic and Protestant.
No,
That's a very clear line.
No, over there. I'm talking about from here. I'm saying over here, British people. They don't really care about the Catholic.
Oh, now they don't, but then they do.
No, brother. I'm saying. When you were talking, I'm talking.
There's a large constituency of British people that do care about it.
I'm talking about the influence of
It's the foundation of their
brother.
system.
The culture, brother. Over there, I remember brethren, like, maybe 15, 20 years ago. An Irish brethren, how he told me how they used to fight, like, literally gangs almost, Catholic and Protestant. We hate them. Just, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, you just bruck him up, you kill him. That's how they talk. And I'm saying, they didn't want that to come here. You see my point? I'm just saying how they used to do their things. What my point, I'm trying to forget what I was saying. What my point is that the dynamics of what you're saying, when they were blowing up places here, you're talking about the same people. In other words, England is trying to make white people unite, the government. They're trying to make Europeans unite as a whole. Yes? They're not trying to make the Middle Eastern, African and everyone else unite as a whole. The government. Do you understand?
So do you feel like what the Republic of Ireland, what the IRA did for the Republic of Ireland, do you feel like there's another nation out there that's black or that's, say, South Asian?
Anything non-white.
Do you feel like they've been able to gain independence or to come out from under the grip of the Western world through acts of violence? Is there any land that you can think of?
I'm saying, for instance, if people have come on your land, and you are trying to fend them off
like
in
the
your land.
Vietnamese,
Right, so it's an invasion. What my point is not only the innocent life that you're killing, but it doesn't solve the problem anyway. All it's done is make them bring up blood.
collateral damage is standard when it comes to
No.
So when you're talking about innocent life,
If you innocently go on a frigging bus or a tube, someone's going to work with a picnic, bro. I'm bloody.
that's their way of fighting the war.
You lot can come in that all fucking day. That's bullshit. That's not a frigging war. That's not a war.
Do you know?
You're saying that's really fair. How can they be fair? They ain't got drones. They don't have drones. They can't fight the same way. They don't have tanks like that.
You're not getting the point.
So they have to do what they can.
And to do what? How do they fought the war?
I'm not saying this is right. I'm not justifying
I'm saying you said fight war.
it.
Tell me how it's benefited them.
Do you know how many?
Because it's causing these destructions.
Do you know an American
It might
soldier?
cause England to say, you know what? We want this to stop. We don't want to get bombed no more.
Really? I'll tell you what it's done. It's made them damn terror.
Do you think that didn't happen with the IRA? Do you think that didn't happen with the IRA? Do you think England will say?
Let me give you an example. Let me give you.
Listen, when you've got internet, this world has changed.
Let me give you an example.
Which one's this? Hold on.
There was an American soldier in Afghanistan that one night, all of a sudden, got the urge to go on do some house-to-house searches. That American soldier, right, he went on a three-man patrol. The other two were just doing the normal sort of kicking down the doors and searching house to house. One of these American soldiers went into a house. There was, I think there were 16 or 17 members of one family in that house. 80% of them were women and children. That American soldier just decided, got a switch in his head, and decided to slaughter 16.
Will you agree that's about white supremacy? Hold on, you agree? In his head.
We can't think about what the.
I'm saying the foundation of doing it.
Of course, absolutely. No,
Or you think it's just enemy based? So in other words, if the enemy was white,
I think that.
Well, switch just is it nothing to do with race? Is it just someone that went mad?
I think these people have been trained to develop a psychology that these people are beneath you. They're less than you.
Brother,
they're less
this is
than
my
you.
point.
They're in another country.
Listen,
They're
hold on.
in another country. They look different from you. They've got darker skin.
Listen to my point.
They're nothing to you.
Brother, we agree that this is majorly the ideology that permeates a lot of this culture. For instance, I was driving just on my way here. I pulled up at a traffic light. This black guy pulls up next to me in his Merc. End this, BITCH that, da-da-da, blaring out, F this, penis, blah, 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 yeah?
To you?
No, his music. And I'm thinking, hold on, you can't say these words out here, but you can have this music where you're promoting the death of black people through music. How come these laws are going? Do you understand the context of what I'm saying to you?
So you're taking
No. Let me explain. Let me explain.
You're diverting the issue.
No, I'm not. I'm explaining why I'm saying that. In relation to the foundation of this, the psyche of these people, yeah, where we agree they were taught that blacks and everyone non-white is inferior on the basis of them being non-white. That has not been readdressed. It's just said you shouldn't say that. So therefore, it's kind of at the surface. It's sort of in there somewhere.
Yes.
Do you get my point? You would have to restudy to eradicate that. Do you see my point? Because one of the things that carries it till now is the Darwin, Western, European theory of evolution. Well, I believe in evolution, but when you see the picture, it's basically saying that the black man is the first monkey creature type from the monkeys, whatever.
Well, it all started in Africa.
No. My point is they're saying that's the primitive creature. They're saying that's closest to the monkey and that the white man is furthest. And they put with it history. So with the black man, all he could get was a spear, bow and arrow, a rock and so on. Then the next men, then the Egyptians, which are supposed to be Arabic type people, allegedly don't know who they are, right? But basically it goes up and up until you get the whites. I'm saying this is their point. That's why they never want to show you that the ancient Egyptians were clear black people. And the people prior to them were clear black people. Or the founders of Egypt.
So we know that.
Brother, I'm saying how they get the idea into the minds of the people and sustain it.
Okay.
That's the difference.
Okay.
How it's there, brother. Wait, I'm saying to you, the reason why I'm saying that, the same soldier you're talking about, how this idea is sustained where you can go along
Into another man's country.
right? Exactly. Because you're already basically taught that these people are savages, right? Even though you're not allowed to say it because of the laws of the government. And I was drawing the attention that you can say N-word, etc. You see what I'm saying? In other words, you can't say the other thing about white people, but it's all right to say the N-word. Do you see the difference? Right.
Go on.
So I'm saying, so based upon, when you really get down to the nitty-gritty, that's where the man can come out and say, well, you're valueless. Just like the Sunni savage, when they call you a kafir, your life is devalued, just like the neo-Nazi racists.
I understand.
So it's two sides of the same coin.
I understand where you're
Sunni
coming
savagery and white supremacy, devilism, neo-Nazi, KKK, same damn thing. Same thing. Oh yes, it is. It's even worse because it hides behind Islam. White supremacy, as it was, the neo-Nazis and KKK, they're clear about their agenda.
No.
Yes.
No, but we're not talking about the KKK.
Brother.
We're not
I'm saying
or white supremacists. Well, sorry, we are talking about white supremacists,
but not
we're
blatant.
we're not talking about Nazis or the KKK. No. This is far more surreptitious than that. This is far more. This is far more opaque. So,
totally agree.
so you know.
But it's hidden. Oh, let's say it's hidden under democracy, freedom, and war.
It's
Do you understand
hidden
what I'm saying?
under
these things.
Over this
Bringing
kind of
democracy,
this kind of
bringing
secular,
freedom.
this kind of
Right.
secular sort
No, but I'm
of,
saying they always say we're bringing democracy, aren't they?
Yeah,
This is what they're saying.
That's one of the buzzwords.
No, this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They will say you're under a dictator. Yes, we need to free the people. So they get like 500 people, film them protesting, and say, look, the country's uprising. Do you get what I'm saying? And then it's like, oh no, look what he's doing to his people. Yeah. Then they go in there and bomb them.
Yes.
Do you get what I'm saying? So we're coming in to bring
Really
I
to
agree,
control the
but it's always
resources
the damn government.
and
I'm saying that's
to
not
be
with the lay
bodyguards for
masses. The
dictators.
Sunni savage are lay masses. That's the difference that I'm trying to bring to your head. Do you understand? These lot here.
what I'm trying to bring to your head is
Please
that,
try.
you know,
Because I think we agree on what you're saying.
that European Christian Zionists are the masses. You know,
I want you to give me an example, brother. I'm just an example.
It's Israel.
Right here. Them Christians up on the damn ladder.
It's Israel.
When have any of them come around trying
Israel
to kick people?
is the living manifestation. Is the living manifestation of modern day European white supremacy. Because those people have no connection. They've got no connection to the Middle East. Those people. They're not Semites. They've got no connection to the Middle East. Their ancestors never set foot in the Middle East. They're converts from the medieval era, and yet they managed to inculcate the idea, right, that there's number one, they're a race, which is ridiculous.
Tell me how
they're white
affects,
Europeans.
But tell me how that affects us, because I'm saying my original conversation, even if I agree with everything you've just said, right, I'm talking about in relation to Britain, yeah, and my conversation was about white people in Britain, and my experience with black and white, for instance, as I said, black Caribbean people should be respected by all the other immigrants that come afterwards, yeah, instead, by the Sunni savage, we're looked down upon. Do you understand? So I'm saying
you're talking about the Arabs and the Pakistanis.
the Sunni savage beasts, mulatto Arabs, and Sunni savage beasts, Pakistanis in general, how they treat us, Kala, Shidi, bloody Abid, Aswadi, all this kind of kafir, whatever names they call us, and how they treat us. And I'm saying, based upon it being more comfortable for them to come here because of our suffering, and because their religion, Sunniism, is anti-black by the nature of this monkey religion.
I have to disagree.
Come on then, bring it. I want you to.
I have to disagree with you too.
Can we cut and come back to this?
Number
I want a drink, bro. I really want a drink.
Number one.
Can we cut and come back?
Alright, you can't run away now.
I'll listen to you.
I'm gone anyway.
No, let me drink. You talk, yeah?
No. Well, okay. Number one, really, you're not making any sense because you're talking about the same religion, Islam.
Are you not, bro? How is Sunni savage beast monkey religion the
talking about
same
Islam.
as true Islam?
And
Explain to me the similarities.
And I can talk.
Tell me the similarities and the products that are the same. The behaviour of the general Shia. I might be different because I am rolling around in the pig pen of the Sunni savage bit. Why don't you shut your belly up? This guy bouncing everyone with his big belly.
Listen.
It's all right.
You and so.
But hold on, do you think any Sunni and Shia agrees with you when you try to say, hold on, no wait. When you try to say,
it's the same reasons why Shia and their millions go to Mecca.
Do you believe that Sunnis and Shias themselves, especially the educated ones, believe their religions are the same?
Yes, I do.
Seriously?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Have you got YouTube? Have you got access to YouTube?
There are some minor differences.
No, the people themselves. Do they? Right. When I'm debating a Sunni monkey savage up here, does he believe?
Most Muslims per se
they don't get involved. I agree with you.
They don't even know the nuances and the differences
but I'm
between the
listen
two
what I'm
sects.
saying. Listen what I'm saying.
But essentially, you're talking about the same religion, and it's like.
All right, let's disagree. Go on.
All right.
Wait a minute. No, because you don't know what you're talking about. I know you don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, but that's my first point. Secondly,
Your first one.
we've got to talk about quantifiable harm.
Yeah.
And who causes the most harm, the most pain, the most suffering. You've got to.
Brother,
you
if
can't.
I agree with everything about that, all right, let me tell you.
More pain, more.
Listen, Christians are the most dangerous people on this planet. They've caused more suffering. They've caused more suffering in humanity than any other sect that humans have invented. It was Christians that caused the Holocaust, right? It was Christians that enslaved millions of Africans. It was Christians that invaded and occupied Australia and New Zealand, America, South America, North America, right? Christians, right? It was
colonization. It was
Christianity, and they did it in the name of Christianity with their Bible in their gun. With their Bible in their gun. So don't talk to me. Don't talk to me about Christians are the most dangerous people on this planet.
Okay.
The most
Tell me.
There's no exception. And they killed white Jews, and those white Jews have nothing to do with the Middle East. They're not Semites. They're European. They're Slavs. They're Slavs and Germans.
So the
and
6
Polish.
million Jews are
Right? They've got nothing to do with the Middle
I
East.
don't understand.
Right? They've got nothing to do with the Middle East. Those invaders that now occupy Palestine. They're European. They're white European invaders.
Fake American.
Semites.
No, you're white European. What is that?
They're white European invaders. They've got nothing to do. They're not Semites. They're Slavs and Polish.
Come on, you say
Anyway, Christians are the most dangerous people, in particular, the Zionist Christians, the most dangerous people on the
The
planet.
American army is composed by black, Mexican and
They're
white.
Christians. All of them are Christians.
But when they kill, you say are only the white men who kill.
Listen.
It makes sense, for real. I mean,
Listen. The majority of the American army is white. Yes, it is.
No.
They're
It's
white.
50-50, something like
No,
that.
it's not. The majority of them are white.
Go to check in the internet, but surely 50% are Mexican and black.
Never.
And when they fight in the name of the interracial,
all of the top people that control the American army are white Christians, evangelical, Zionist white Christians.
The composition of the army is black.
They're invaders and land grabbers, and they should all go back to Europe where they come from. Anyway, I've said my piece, and it was nice.
Content over everything. From now to Come, man, say it straight. Man, don't listen to BBC. Man, don't listen to ICE.
Assalamu alaikum, greetings. We're doing this video on the request of Leon to clarify about last week the way I spoke and why is this, and there is a history of what happened between me and Leon before. So we're going to start with a question about the fatwa. Shall we?
I didn't request the video.
No, we are doing this as a matter. I'm not putting a message